What's up, y'all? I'm Molly. You're watching Mirror Readings, and this kicks off our series about the pathways. Each sphere in your Gene Keys profile has a pathway that connects it to the rest of the profile. So today we're looking at the first pathway of challenge, which connects our life's work to our evolution. All these pathways and these different sequences are genius activation, our Venus, our Pearl. They contain a challenge, a breakthrough, and a core stability. So let's look at how we transmute this shadow from our life's work and get through the challenge of getting to the gift of our evolution. So our life's work and our evolution are like yin and yang. The life's work has the solar energy and our evolution has the earth energy, the energy of matter. So it's almost like our life's work is the driving force and then our evolution is how it expresses in form. So for me, I have Gene Key 53 in my life's work and 54 in my evolution. So the question for me is, how am I doing? If I'm in the shadow state of the 53rd key, I'm being immature. Okay, so that's how I'm doing the thing and that's how it's coming through my life's work. Well, if I'm being immature, what am I creating here in form on earth? I'm creating greed. Okay, that's the 54th shadow. And greed, oh my goodness gracious, it can express itself in so many different ways. So I have to expand, right? Expansion is the gift of Gene Key 53 that I have in my life's work. I have to expand to be aspirational. Aspiration is the gift of my evolution, Gene Key 54. Do you guys need a diagram here? Let me just bust this out. So my challenge has to do with confronting the fact that my immaturity is creating a greedy mentality in my creations here on earth. So what does that mean? Greed inherently assumes a scarcity mentality. Greed assumes that there's not enough for everyone, so I gotta get it all because otherwise I'm not gonna get anything. That shadow of greed though in my evolution, which is again describing how my manifestations are showing up on earth, this shadow can easily be transformed into a gift. So I also study Kabbalah. This is by a very famous Kabbalah teacher. Ooh, yep. And it's a little bit blinding. We call him Satan in Kabbalah, by the way. It seems creepier somehow when you call him Satan. But I'm going to read you a quick line in here about unselfish greed, okay? Because I can aspire, right? That's my 54th gift, to move beyond this shadow, right? Which also takes me beyond the shadow of my life's work, immaturity, to bring me on the other side of this pathway of challenge. Author Rav Berg says that when we practice unconditional love, we're engaged in the most unselfish kind of greed there is. He says that's the greed for the light of the creator by way of banishing the ego. By the way, the ego is who runs these fear-based shadow patterns, right? The ego is kind of like our autopilot setting that just wants to protect us, but it can't really hang with emotional logic, so it just reacts to everything. So selfish greed, greed to share the light, all right? That's what I'm aligning myself to overcome this challenge. How exciting. Thank you so much for being here on my channel. I'm Molly. We're talking about the pathways right now in our Gene Keys profile. And if you'd like to get a reading from me, please visit my website, mirrorreadings.com. And all subscribers to this channel save 15% on my offerings.